For even more updates on Stephen King's It, The Dark Tower, and The Mist, be sure to check out hybridnetworkyt.com. What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Stephen King-centric video, this time breaking down the 17 things you need to know before the premiere of the Mist TV series, and let's just dive right in. Number 1, Mist is of course based on the Stephen King work of the same name. It was actually not a novel originally, but a novella appearing in a collection of King's works called Dark Forces, released in 1980. Number 2, the series is actually not the first adaptation of this specific King work, as a film version was released in 2007, directed by Shawshank Redemption's helmer Frank Darabont. He followed much of the same plot as the novel, but Darabont decided to change the ending, adding a twist so tragic, shocking, and horrifying that King absolutely loved it and of course signed off on it. Number 3, this series is actually not a straight adaptation. Instead, it kind of exists alongside it in the same universe, or as showrunner Christian Thorpe described it, as a weird cousin to the original book and earlier film. Number 4, in line with that, the show isn't called Stephen King's The Mist, or The Mist, a Stephen King work, but rather is subtitled The Mist from a story by Stephen King, emphasizing that it exists in that world but is tangential to the novel's story. Number 5, like most of King's novels and stories, this TV series takes place in Maine, in the town of Bridgeton to be exact, just like the novel and film before it. Number 6, the miniseries has actually been in development at Dimension Television for nearly 10 years, since Dimension released the original film in 2007. Number 7, what exactly caused this mist no one knows for sure, and there are actually multiple potential causes. The official but vague explanation pointed to in the film is that it's somehow mysteriously tied to the Army's Project Arrowhead at a military base just outside Bridgeton. Number 8, to back this up, Darabont actually wrote a different opening scene in the film that showed a power outage at Project Arrowhead leaving a dimensional portal open too long, but the scene was scrapped and never actually filmed. Number 9, Project Arrowhead's story will be explored and expanded upon in this series though. Number 10, a completely different explanation is given in the Gunslinger-born Dark Tower prequel comic though, as a beamquake creates a split in the earth from which emerges the thick fog and monsters that we see in the movie and the book. Number 11, those creatures are actually the subject of some debate, as it remains to be seen whether or not we're actually going to see as many in this series as we did of course in the movie or are mentioned in the book. However, we do see some insects and other creepy stuff running around that might be filling in. Number 12, the idea for the novel actually struck King when he was at a grocery store with his son the day after a heavy thunderstorm, which would later go on to be the exact setting of the book. Number 13, the series stars Alyssa Sutherland of Vikings, Francis Conroy of American Horror Story, Morgan Spector from Boardwalk Empire, and Isaiah Whitlock Jr., who you're definitely going to recognize but might best know from Veep. Number 14, the series, rather than focusing on one group of people trapped in a grocery store like the movie and book, will instead more or less focus on the residents of the town and how that tightly wound, strained social order collapses in the wake of calamity. Number 15, one of those residents, Alex Copeland, a teenaged high school student, is somehow immune or otherwise not targeted by the supernatural fog. Number 16, the cinematography looks really good. And finally, number 17, the series is airing on Spike and will premiere June 22nd, so set your DVRs accordingly. Hopefully this brief primer has you all caught up and ready to go before the series debuts in less than 2 weeks. I know I'll definitely be tuning in, so let me know in the comment section down below if you'll do the same. That's gonna do it for me here though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.